We live? How are we doing? I think we're live. Don't have the moderator today, but I think we are live. Let's see. Let me make sure. Should be. Okay, we are live. I came on a little late. I literally just got back this morning from a bachelorette party. Nothing crazy. It was kind of more of a spa weekend. So no wild tales to be told. But it was very fun. It's so fun to be with friends. It's my best friend's bachelorette. Okay, so 4. Let's just get started. I'm gonna take a sip of water and then we're gonna get started. Okay, so welcome. It is the second meeting in February. It's our second meeting in February, and if you are still meal prepping and into like all of the meal prep, I'm so proud of you for continuing on your journey in your kitchen, exploring your kitchen more, learning that recipes and ingredients and all this stuff doesn't have to be so daunting. You don't have to spend hours in your kitchen meal prepping for you, for your family, whoever, and that it doesn't have to be so expensive because we're simply cross-utilizing just a few ingredients, and you'll see that always. As always, you know, the pantry staples pretty much remain the same. There might be a couple additions, but they'll never be a one-time situation. So, that being said, this week's is really easy, and I'm so excited about that, especially considering the fact that I just got back from a trip, and I'm not dying to cook today. I need to cook today because I want to be grounded internally. I also want to be home. It's freezing outside, but it's like these are the perfect things to make when you don't feel like making anything. So what we're making is, well, I guess I should first start with this green goddess sauce, which after the poll, you guys all answered you wanted something like this. You wanted a vibrant, tangy, herby sort of a sauce. And so that's what we're doing here. The beauty of it is you can use it to dip on anything. You can use it as a sauce like we are going to do in the noodles. You can put it on the chicken. You can use it in the Nori wraps we're gonna make, which I'm so excited about. Anything. You could do literally anything with this. So this is our baby. This is everything. I love these squeeze bottles whenever I make a sort of a sauce I use all week. Even like the tahini, I end up putting in a bottle like this. Just obviously makes your life a lot easier. It's very restaurant grade-ish of me, but that's what we're doing. So green goddess, and then we're just making things that can either be a whole meal or lend themselves to other meals that we're making. So for example, we're making a molten Japanese baked eggplant, that was last week, sweet potato, which takes an hour in the oven. And all you have to do is wrap it up in some aluminum foil or some parchment paper like I'll show you. That'll lend itself to a few dishes or be a side or can serve as a side. We'll also be making umami roasted mushrooms, which again, amazing as a side, can also lend itself to dishes like our noodles, like our nori wraps. You can eat them as they are. I mean, they're like, I think I make these almost every day. The mushrooms specifically. They're so good. What else are we making? Let's check it out. So we are also making the sweet potato veggie noodles, which we've done a sweet potato noodle stir fry before, but like just to show you depth in flavor with this sauce, and also to show you just other ways you can utilize sweet potato noodles and really just get them in as part of your routine, let's say. Just, you know, another new thing that doesn't feel so starchy or I guess carby. So starchy. Guys, my brain. Okay. Working on mental clarity, which I'll tell you guys about when we're cooking. So basically we're doing that. We're doing what else? Garlic Herby Chicken, Nori hand rolls, which honestly is the best way besides tacos to utilize your leftovers is just throwing them in a nori hand roll. I did that the day before I left on my trip. I had a ton of leftovers and I literally threw them in a sheet of nori and it was so yummy. That's the best way to make a meal. Let's get started. So, first thing we're gonna do, as always, is throw stuff in the oven. So, I already did roast one of the sweet potatoes, which I'll use when I demonstrate like the hand rolls and everything, but I just wanted to have one on deck because it does take an hour. So what I really wanted to demonstrate for you is actually how you roll up the sweet potato to put it into the oven and make sure that it's all closed up and good to go. So I rinsed and dried this up really good because this can get really dirty if you're just literally taking it from the grocery store. So sweet potato, you put it in the middle, or sorry, you put it over here, like on one of the corners, and then it's like a burrito the way you wrap it up. Just fold it over like such, like this, and then just kind of tighten up the ends here, each end, and fold the ends over, give them a little twist. Little twist here. It's like, this is the yummiest, fluffiest sweet potato you'll ever have, and I love a Japanese sweet potato. You can do this with regular sweet potatoes, and it probably won't take as long, but I love Japanese sweet potatoes. They're like a little bit more starchy, but a lot, like, just a lot sweeter and like just a totally different way. Anyways, I'm gonna throw this in for an hour. So here we go. Oh, that's loud. 1 hour there. So I'll take that out at 410. And then the next thing we're gonna do is we are gonna put another thing in the oven, and that's the umami mushrooms. I used this pan last week. I also already roasted up some umami mushrooms, just in case we're just in case we're already like doing pretty well on time, and I feel like we will be. So I wanted to have some on deck so I could keep the ball rolling. So I'm gonna show you how you do the umami mushrooms. It's like, again, one of my favorite dishes ever. So you take the mushrooms, my market like puts them individually like this. You can use portobello mushroom, you can use oyster mushroom like I am, you can use maitake. I prefer just ones that are meatier. I also am not like the biggest baby bella mushroom fan. Shiitake is very specific to me, but I'm always in the mood for an oyster mushroom. So just kind of pull it apart like this. Just pulling it apart. So to get into like pieces like this. They're all gonna end up cooking pretty evenly. Like that, there you go. And yeah, they are so good. I love a oyster mushroom, specifically blue oyster mushrooms. I've tried pink oyster mushrooms from like a gourmet market near me, and they're so tough. It was so weird. I need to play with them again. It's one of those things I was like, now I have to master it because it was so tough, and I was trying my best because they're a little expensive, but I wanted to try it, and they're a little tough. It was strange. I think next time I would probably maybe steam them and then roast them, like steam them lightly, but you don't have to do that for these blue oyster mushrooms. The pink ones are quite literally pink in color. They're pretty, you'll know if you're using a pink mushroom. Okay, so I laid this out like this on, again, this pan, which I used last week, is the best. It makes everything like have that sort of that grilling integrity to it. It gives it not even the smokiness, but just like you see the grill marks, you see the char, like there's a level of charred something that I just love about this pan. So okay, we'll put on, so I use a little avocado oil, and especially with these pans, I already have some avocado oil on here, and you want to keep oil on these pans. Very important. So, oops, put it back over here. Avocado oil, and And then a little tamari. I'm running low on my tamari. So a little bit, like, because you don't want it to get so liquidy. Probably like teaspoon, half a teaspoon, depending on how many you're using. And then onion powder. I just got 2 huge things of onion powder. It's my go-to. I mean, this combination is my go-to for any vegetable. If you want to amp up any vegetable and make it taste like delicious, it's this combo that I'm putting on this mushroom. So that, and then we have some sea salt right here. Wonderful. And toss this up. You could use your hands if you want. My hands are dry, so I'm like really trying to not do so much with my hands besides when I have to for my clients or something, or I'm touching meat. I'm not necessarily wanting to, you know, not necessarily wanting to do that. Okay, there we go. All tossed up, and I'm gonna throw these in probably for like, I wrote 15 minutes. I'm going to go for 7 minutes, I think, just to be safe. So I'll throw them in now. Okay. I'm gonna put this timer on here now that I learned how to use a timer on my phone. Or 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Start. Fun. That's so cool. Okay. Next thing we're gonna do is the garlic herby chicken. So I marinated it. Where'd it go? Where'd you go? Okay. I marinated the garlic herby chicken in the olive oil, garlic, what else? Herbs, the parsley, basil, lemon, sea salt, and pepper. You could add in like paprika even if you wanted. That would be really yummy. I also cut them up into sort of like into little chunks, little tender chunks, just to like get them cooking evenly. You don't have to do that, but it's good if you're using them for a salad or something, which I think I'm going to use them to make a salad for someone else. So that's what you do, is put them there. Go. Just going. Okay. I'm going to, there we go, throw that out. Take my trash out later. Okay, so this is the garlic herby chicken. It goes with everything. You really can't go wrong with this kind of chicken situation. I'm gonna throw it in for 15 or 18 minutes. 18 minutes we go, and guess what? We got another timer. Oh. Okay, add a timer. Very cool. Okay, this is for 18 minutes. Fabulous. I love that. Okay, cool. I love technology. Okay, so next thing we did, now that we put those things in the oven, again, always start with your oven stuff. We were going to head over to the stove, and we're gonna make the we're gonna cook the noodles. Sorry, you guys. We're gonna cook the noodles. We're gonna do a jammy egg as requested, and I'll just show you what's up. Let's do it. Right here. So oops, wrong one. So I've been already warming up. I've already been heating up this pot. There we go. Nice. Move this. There we go. I've been heating up this pot so that I can make the jammy egg. And the egg should take about 6 to 7 minutes just to get that perfect level of jammy, which means it's like not absolutely, it's probably, I would say it's, I don't want to say it's over medium, but it's like not absolutely hard boiled, like halfway through hard boiled. So I'm gonna put this in once the water is actually boiling. And I also want to show you that I already boiled the noodles because nobody needs to see me doing that. But as I've said before, when I've made these noodles, I put them in cold water. So I did that now so that they would keep their texture, wouldn't get stuck together. But I also would do this if I didn't want to use all of them and I knew I wanted to replenish them or maybe use them for a totally different recipe for the rest of the week. I would use whatever you want and then store them in a some sort of storage container with cold water in the fridge, and then use them in the next like 3 or 4 days. And that is like how you can just maximize your sweet potato noodles. It's so funny because when they come, they look so small. It looks like there's nothing in there, but they end up. This is like enough for like 3 people, but I guess I'll make it all. Okay, it's already starting to boil. Very good. So I guess the other thing we could do, I'm gonna actually move. I'm gonna do a little switcheroo here. There we go. I'm gonna switch because you guys don't need it. Unless you want to see me boil an egg, but I don't know how interesting that is. I'm gonna just go. Oops. I'm just gonna go ahead and we're gonna start on the glass noodles. So the first thing we're gonna do is where did I put this? Oh, here we go. I already shredded a bunch of cabbage, and all you have to do, because cabbage already has so much water, you can already see even like here it's perspirating. It already has so much water. You don't really need oil in this, and we're gonna use the sauce anyways. So we don't need all the oil. We can just dry saute them. So that's what we're gonna do. So this is on. It's going to start. Just gonna toss these around, and then this will eventually wilt. It'll eventually wilt, and that's when we're gonna start adding in all of our other stuff. You can add in any vegetable, I can't stress this enough, any vegetable you would like to all of this. It's so up to you, especially with the sauce we're using, the green goddess, which I have to go grab over here. Hi. I've got green onions that I already chopped up. You can really make this your own. If you were gonna add others, I would love shredded carrot. I would love an eggplant situation. You could do cooked broccoli. Cauliflower might be a little too dense, I feel like it would just be too heavy for some reason. If you were gonna do Brussels sprouts, I would say shred them. You could add in other mushrooms alongside the mushrooms that you're making if you wanted to do a whole mushroom medley in the umami treatment. That would be delish. But yeah, I also have an obsession with using cabbage for my noodle dishes or any salad or anything. Cabbage, fun fact, keeps in the fridge for 2 weeks. It's the best kind of, oh, what's this one? It's probably my 7-minute. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. Okay, let's fish out the yeah, look at that. See how these are sizzling up already like this? They're so pretty. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna toss this up. I think I'll keep them in for another couple minutes because I want to get them a little crispier. Oh, it's hot. I want to get them a little crispier, so I'm gonna give them a little toss. But I don't want them to shrink. So I'm literally just gonna do this for 2 minutes. Okay. See, this is already starting to cook down, you can tell, which is the perfect time to, here we go, toss the noodles in. Okay, so So I'm literally gonna take the noodles directly from here and I'm gonna put them straight in. I might just do some of them. I'm gonna save this. I have game time with Sidman. You guys are here, you're seeing this live. I'm saving the rest of these noodles because I don't need them right now. That is the truth. I do not need them right now. Okay, get these going, and then the piece de resistance, the sauce. Oh, look at how easy that is. Second, oh, little parsley. There we go. Nice. So good. If you wanted to, you can add in, if you wanted to make it a little bit more like Asian leaning, you could add in a touch of tamari. That would be totally yummy. This smells so good. I wish you could smell it. It smells like a green goddess salad, but in like a noodle form. It smells so good. Oh, okay. Add in a little bit more sauce. I'm a sauce girl, so gotta add in the sauce. Oh my gosh, okay. A little too chunky for me. Just pour it. There we go, nice. The tahini in this, also in the sauce, is going to caramelize the entire dish. That's the beauty of tahini or any sort of nut butter in a noodle dish. It will really like sweeten and caramelize, coat, and like just glaze the every noodle. It's so good. It's like why I use tahini in every one of my noodle dishes. And I personally like I do use almond butter sometimes. Not a big peanut butter person, but I do use almond butter sometimes. I just like always feel better after I have tahini. It doesn't have the same heaviness feeling. I don't get the same feeling of heaviness like I do if I put something in almond butter. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. I think there is something about women. I need to like quote, I need to get a better understanding, better quote from Gil. If you know, you know Gil Jacobs, my go-to gut health guru. He has said before that women actually do process seeds better than nuts. And that, I kind of actually found that to be true. So, something to think about as well. Okay, this is going great. And I'm gonna put the egg in. And I'm gonna start this timer. Now for the egg. A little egg timer, here we go. For a good 6 minutes. Oh. There we go. Nice. Okay. Okay, we're tossing this up. Egg is going, and now I can take out the mushrooms. They look so good, and they look like they are ready to go into our dish. So I'm gonna throw them in. Wrong arm. There we go. Switch, not do this with my left hand. Okay, there we go. Throw the mushrooms all in here. Yum. That's like everything. We love that. guys how to maneuver some stuff. So, got our mushrooms in here. Smells like a dream. I wish you could smell this. I need to make sure that you can see this because, oh my god. Okay, it's so divine. Turn it down a little bit. I have it up a little bit too much. Okay, I've got cabbage, we've got mushrooms. Now I'm going to add in some of the green onions. One of my favorite things to also put in a noodle dish. And then I'm going to cut the heat because we don't need it. Look how great that is. I mean, to die. Yum. I will likely have that for dinner. Sounds fabulous. Okay. There we go. That is on the side. The the Garlic Herby Chicken is, let's see how many minutes we have left on our chicken. We have about we have about 5 minutes left, and then we have 3 minutes on the egg. The egg I'm probably going to put on the side, but in the meantime, we will, while those are cooking, we will make some nori hand rolls. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your nori and here we go. Okay. You're going to take your nori and you are going to just set it to the side. Make sure it's completely closed whenever you reseal it. They just end up going flat, and we really like the crunch in a nori. Put it to the side for now. Our toppings, what are we using? We're going to use avocado. If you want, that's optional. I'm vegan, so I will definitely be doing that. The mushrooms, I already made some on the side, so that is also like a fabulous little addition. And then I just want to show you, this is very important. This is what the sweet potato will look like once it's done at 410. You open it up, it's a little smoky. That's the beauty of it too. You don't have to like you can just jump right into it. It's going to be very hot, but it's so molten and delicious. I almost really need to get this. I need a better angle for this because it's so important for you to see how gorgeous it is. Okay. I'm moving this over. I'm moving the station for just a moment so we can all take a moment here. There we go. You see it? Yeah. Okay. Just like take a second to look at this. Add some of the tahini on there that I always make, or use the sauce that we already made. I mean, it's buttery perfection. It's literally buttery, fluffy amazingness. Like, just after an hour, it's so good. And you can literally, if you eat it on its own, and it tastes like heaven. It really, really does. I think it is one of my favorite things on the planet. Something I may have also discussed before is that sweet potato is a fantastic hormone positive food, whatever stage you're at in your cycle. If you're even, if you're out of your cycle, if you're in it and dealing with cramps, dealing with some, any sort of imbalance, perimenopause, menopause, whatever it is, sweet potatoes are the number one thing. I'm not kidding. Sweet potatoes are the number one things you should be eating. They are everything. They have all of the really good hormone stabilizing ingredients in them, compounds in them. And they are so basically telling a story here, guys. Take out the chicken. 1 second. Bear with me as I show you this gorgeous chicken. This gorgeous chicken is here. Okay. Very nice, super herby. I might even give it, just to crisp it up a bit, I might give it like a flip. Because look at that side, looks so good. And I want that to happen on the other side. So I'm gonna give it a flip, and I think I'll let it go for another, I would say, just because it's cut up, like 7 minutes. Then I'll cut into it and see how it's looking. But that's what we'll do. Okay. Let's see the timer. Fabulous. Okay. So, yeah, anyway, back to the sweet potato. I was dealing with, after going off of birth control, just like a little fun story, I was dealing with the fact that I wasn't getting my period, and I was not exactly, just, it wasn't exactly happening so quickly. Oh my gosh. What timing? This is such, here we go. Timing's outrageous. Stop this. It's for our jammy egg that I'm going to put into cold water over here to cool it off before I peel it. A little bit of this. Okay, use this one. Plop this right in. Okay, let it cool off because I don't want to burn my hands. Okay. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So it took me a bit to get my period back, a natural period. So I actually started using a wild yam cream on my stomach topically. Progesterone is best taken topically, but it does go to show that that's a wild yam cream, meaning yam, sweet potato. These are vegetables that have such strong properties that they're able to actually help encourage your body to actually start working and doing the things it needs to do. I've actually, in working with a client, I was working with a client who had perimenopause, was beginning the stages of perimenopause, advised her to use the yam cream as well, and it reversed her rosacea that she was experiencing from it. I mean, there's food has such natural, amazing qualities and such like medicinal qualities that we don't even think about, and that's something I definitely want to, it's another goal of mine to keep sharing stuff like that, especially with whatever we're making, like how seaweed has a ton of vitamins and minerals. It's like one of the best sources of plant-based amino acids you could have. It's fantastic. But yeah, sweet potato. So with that being said, I am going to show you how to wrap this. Actually, before I do that, before I even bother, let me cut an avocado. Trying to get into flow as much as I can. I did tell you I was going to talk about my mental clarity. I'm always teaching, as you know, because you're with me every Sunday. But I've been working with a health coach because I teach all the time, but there's always more to learn for me. And I don't need to learn about gut health. I don't need things to be so elementary. I don't need to learn about, I don't know. I'm not looking to work with a dietitian at all. It's all about my mental clarity, just because I wear so many hats, because I get stressed out easily, because I wear so many hats and I care about what I'm doing, and I want it to be perfect, and I want everything to go just the way I want it. But that's life. Life doesn't happen like that, right? So I've been working with a health coach. She's pretty amazing. I've learned a bunch of things. She's helping me with my sleep. We actually are also going to be working on hormones, which is really, really cool. And I've been also, I've been also in touch with the founders of this, of the platform. It's called Everlast. I've been posting about it on my Instagram, but it's because I've been working with the founder on this, this platform that he's built, which is so cool and backed by like a bunch of doctors. It's very cool. But I've been working with him, talking to him, and he was like, you know what, Alana, like, why don't you offer, just for you all, like the Eat Prep Love community, literally offer them a free ride, 20 spots of a free ride with Everlast, which means you can have a health coach. This is not a commercial, and I don't intend it to be. I just want to share the perks of being an Eat Prep Love and what's worked for me. You get a health coach. You can talk to them anytime, literally, just like I do. I send voice notes, which I love because I used to burden friends with voice notes, or at least feel like I was burdening friends with voice notes. But you can just text or voice note a coach. You can also, you set goals with your coach, and your coach challenges you. Something I like, because I know a lot, but I don't know it all. So it's nice to be challenged. And she's really helping me just see things in a totally different perspective. And I think that, like, doing the action of stuff like this and putting in self-love, this is self-love for your brain. So it's just another way of taking care of yourself. But I'm going to send out an email with all of that for you guys because I really want to share it with this community. Everyone's been so sweet and awesome and amazing and giving me the best feedback ever. So I think you deserve it. But more to come on that. Just wanted to share. Let's do some nori wraps. So I'm going to open this nori here. I tried to find nori, by the way, that doesn't have, that is really just plain nori. If it has any oils, which I would kind of hope it doesn't, but if that happens, I would only want them to have avocado or olive oils. Otherwise, I just don't like all the other junk. We hear about seed oils a lot lately. Hot topic. I'm with them on that. It's just clogging and unnecessary. Take this. All you do is you take your nori. Best way to use their leftovers. Let's just say you have this all at the end of the week. This is what you can do. Let me grab a fork. Here we go. Fork. All you have to do, literally, is I'm going to take some of the, make sure you can see all this. Oh. There we go. Sorry, I'm being blocked out. Here we go. Okay. So all you're going to do is you're going to take some of the sweet potato, and then you can mash it up in a bowl if you want. I'm just going to mash it directly on here, just a little bit. You could leave it whole if you wanted to, but just like easier for the bite to mash it into this nori. So good. You could also, something you could do, that I'm gonna do, is add in that, but that will wait. And then I'm gonna add in some avocado here. You can add in chicken if you want. I mean, listen, it's your world. Whatever kind of sushi situation you like, or hand roll situation you like. Okay, I'm gonna add in, yeah, that's enough. Okay. And then, honestly, the mushrooms are so meaty, you kind of don't really need any sort of chicken or whatever. So, meaty mushrooms over here. And then you can add in a little bit of cilantro. Could do mint as well. It'd be really yummy. We have a bunch of cilantro from our sauce. And then I personally don't, you can sauce this up. I personally don't want to because I don't want it to fall apart. So I would just put the sauce in a little bowl, like a little soy sauce bowl if you have one or something, or you can squirt it right on, I guess, as you're eating it. And then all you do, creating a shadow, all you do is just hold on here, just kind of hold the ends and do folds. And another fold until you have your wrap. Easy. This is dinner. This is literally the easiest dinner ever. And you don't have to cut it. This isn't sushi. We're not sushiing this. This is just literally a hand roll. That's so divine. You could even put in some of the noodles if you wanted to. If you wanted to like amp up the noodle situation, make it a totally different experience, you could put some in here too. That wouldn't be crazy at all. I have done it. But yeah, these are the hand rolls. That's so delish. The jammy egg. Let's just crack this baby open. Actually, first let me move this avocado over here. Crack this jammy egg, and then I'll show you that after. Okay, just crack it. I'll peel this egg. Just gonna put the shells right back into the water, because then you can dip the egg so that you don't have little shell remnants all over the egg. Oh. Okay. And this is the yummiest thing, honestly, to put in. I know I'm vegan, but I make this for other people. And putting a jammy egg into a noodle, especially like a sweet potato noodle, so good. So just to show you what this looks like, I feel like this is so wrong of me, but oh, dripping. Okay. Jammy. Look at that. It's like not quite cooked, not quite uncooked. That is so good. And that adds an extra level of like umami yumminess. It's really, really yummy. Also, I was gonna put the little green onions in the hand roll, but I did not. So I'm gonna empty them out here and put this egg in, and I know someone will be eating it later. Perfection. And then I just wanted to show you to finish up, after I made the whole mess I always do. Back to our noodles. Oh, there we go. Okay, back to our noodles. I'm in love with putting a chili crunch on these things. This is something you can make at home. You can get it store-bought, but a lot of them have soybean oil or canola oil or like some other thing. I love just making it with, you can do coconut oil, but I really also love just using avocado oil, infusing it with some peanuts or some sort of nut is really yummy. It's like a salsa maca, which is used on tacos a lot. But yeah, this, and then you can use some chilies, you could use some crushed red pepper, and it's really, really good. It's really, really yummy. Put it directly on here, and I generally just like to mix this up as such. Look at that. It's so good. It also adds like such a pretty color to the noodles. And then you can add your jammy egg. Like, how stunning is she? Last things last. Let's pull out our chicken. And you can see, oops, we'll all hit this out. There we go. That smells like perfectly cooked chicken now. So yummy. Like perfectly browned. It's like a little crispy on the sides. You could add a little bit more oil, put it on a pan, make it even crispier on the edges. I'm not going to do that this second because we don't have that much time, but just to show you, I mean, that's, oh, there you go. I'm trying to get the right angle. That's the chicken. And that is our meal prepping session of the week. I'm so happy because I'm done meal prepping, and again, like I said, I'm exhausted. I woke up at 4:30 and I'm so tired. I cannot wait to clean this up and eat because everything looks so good. If anyone has any questions, let me just check to see if that's the case. Any questions at all? Fabulous. If you do have any questions, just let me know. Like I always say, please write your questions in the Facebook group. Join the Facebook group. write your questions in the Facebook group, because everyone should have visibility to the answer. A lot of people have the same question that you do, I'm sure. So that would be the best place to put it. What else? Store these in a Pyrex. Like I always say, it's the easiest thing you can do for reheating, for storage in general. They stack nicely. Your fridge will look great. The best decision you can make is investing in Pyrex, which is not a big investment. What else do we have? I think I've covered it all. So let me make sure. Checking out my nope, that's it, you guys. Thank you. You're the best. I appreciate you. Please give me any feedback on anything at all. I send out the polls every week so that I'm able to better refine the menus and get to know more about what you like and what you want and all the things. So just keep letting me know. If you ever don't see anything on a poll, but you want to dive into it, shoot me a message. I would love to hear all of it. I'm so happy to do this. This is really my labor of love, and I love spending my Sundays here with you. So I hope you have a great week, and I hope it's delicious. So I'll see you later, and bye.